going to be able to see Demon King for day 2. These are going to be our hunters for today. So the 3 hunters are Paper Wings, Yuko the Seal, and Radicus Max from the side of the hunters. It seems like it's going to be a Lizard Wing alongside with Mad Eyes, which would be really interesting to see up against a 4-man team. And of course, Dash Gamekeeper as well. As we move on then towards the Survivor side, it's going to be SOS, W03, and Nyota from Survivor side this time when it comes to the challengers. But if that's the case, well, I mean, we do also have the prize amount here in a nutshell, but I do think we will skip that out first, as not too sure who the first hunter is, as we won't really necessarily need to play our main, but it seems like it's actually going to be Paper Wings here playing out the Goatman pretty early on as well, which is nice to see too. But what do we see from the Survivor side? We see a journalist here at middle, not Lawless Composer, which is interesting, alongside with a Seer, which is really good up against, you know, this guy, up against Goatman, and Archer, which also does really well as well. I'm more surprised at the fact that we decided to go this team in, well, not this team. I'm more surprised from the Hunter side we chose Goatman. So this, potentially speaking, could be a flex pick too. But once again, from everyone's side note, I will be critiquing, so don't take things into... it's not that deep. I'm just critiquing what could be done well. But let's move on towards the game here then, shall we? Who can be first chase here? We know that there's a Composer nearby. We do know that there's a Seer as well. But chasing after Seer first would not be the best choice here, as our Owl is about to come back in the next around 10-ish seconds. Seems like Composer actually has rotated back towards... Oh, we got hit by Tram. Composer got hit by Tram, a little bit unfortunate. But we at least have 2 pallets here to play around with, right? So it shouldn't be too bad at the end of the day. Nice pallet there, drop them Paper Wings. I think we reacted there a little bit slowly. Hey! Ooh, thank God that wasn't a terror shock, or else that would have been really bad. We're going to be able to double back here one more time, as it just seems like we're not really winning this mind game here. Paper Wings a bit unfortunate. I think it's their first time playing Goatman, because we're not looking back at all when we are meant to go through the teleportation with the portals. But here, once again, do we get a hit down? We don't get a hit down here. Once again, missing a flywheel being used by 004, but thankfully speaking, the slow vault on that pallet is enough to actually get the terror shock hit down. That would have been really bad if it wasn't for the slow vault, but we do have abnormal here too, thankfully. But I feel like from my point of view, this might be Paper Wings' first time playing Goatman, or not a lot of experience on this character, because there was quite a bit of mistakes when it comes to using that cage as well, not looking at which direction you're going to teleport to, not really looking around your general direction of view. And now we're going to go straight towards middle to see Seer's Life Machine, just abnormal that, and then we can teleport back. It's going to be probably instant 15 stack, as now we do see FTM. Okay, not bad actually, that's good. It's after half rescue, we can force it here. I'm not too sure about breaking it, but that works as well if it works that way for you. As a hit here does come back by pretty nicely. We've no resentment stacks. 50 stacks here is okay. I feel like from the side of Goatman, you don't necessarily speaking have to be too much in a hurry, because you still don't have resentment here just yet, right? And the issue here is also the fact that Composer does have knee-jerk reflex and... well, maybe not knee-jerk reflex, but flywheel has been used, and there's also tuning as well. We're going to jump down here together. I think we shouldn't have used tuning there. I think Composer using tuning here is a very bad choice. And now we've almost 40 resentment ready on our hands to use, so we can actually just push out here towards this girl. So that's one item there for us. Nice flywheel back. But I think let's just walk back towards the... Let's not use our cage. We got to walk back towards him first, and then drop a cage down. It needs to be a big cage here, because I'm not too sure about her. Oh, okay, harassing works. This guy just started healing. Okay, that's fine. So we're gonna chair who? We're gonna chair Archer first, as right now, genuinely speaking though, I felt like Archer shouldn't really have harassed a half health. Seer didn't really give an owl as well. I don't think we called out for the owl there, so that's a bit unfortunate too. But Seer actually hasn't given an owl at all for the Composer. I just realized there was a... Sorry. It's a bit weird, right? Because usually Seer is banned when it comes to going up against Goatman. So Seer not being banned is very interesting to me. We see Valitz here for journalists on their way in. They'll be forced to rescue, which also is fine because Archer was chaired first. Nice. Okay, nice done there, honestly speaking. But I felt like there's 2 of us here. One of us should get rid of the one of us should get rid of the cage. But then once again, we're trying to body block for who? For no one really. There's no one to body block for. You bought a half health. And the survivor does not have enough Cypher Machine done. We did have normal middle Cypher Machine earlier on, right? But now you're kind of at a point where our rescue is really late because Seer left really late. You can see Seer over there, right? Seer left really late. We can go after that archer right now in that direction, but no, instead we're going to double back here to look for where Seer is. But even if Seer is here, Seer needs to make sure after he takes a hit, he needs to remove that cage ASAP. But with a double cage stack here, it just will make it a little bit harder to do. Oh, no, never mind. It's 2 cages here consumed. Never mind. Oopsies. Sorry about that. But once again, you're now at a scenario where it's like, okay, just land a normal hit. Yeah, there you go. The normal hit, and I will instant bait out as well, which is already really bad. And now you've 60-something odd stacks, so all you need to do here is just a normal hit down, and that's a great count there from Paper Wings. I feel like from Survivor side, we're not used to Goatman, because there's a lot of conventional things we could have done for Goatman, up against Goatman, right? The first one is just, all Survivor calls out for Owl whenever the cage has been dropped down. I think that's point number 1. And then point number 2 is you don't really harass like that as Archer. And then we didn't really give anything to... We didn't really look when we were harassing to from Seer side. So like it's a lot of kind of, you know, missed opportunities to prolong the kite too. But with this, let's congratulate a win game here then from the side of Paper Wins, as we will now move on towards this on the outer side. We'll move on towards the second matchup. We won't really do any major cuts here. We'll just move on towards the next game. And who is this gonna be? It should be Yuko. Well, the loading time is on. Okay, it should be Yuko here with us. We're gonna go green pen here. So who it is? We actually, what's surprising? Oh, wait a second. Why is that out? It's actually surprising because we have left this open. But I guess even if you leave that open, from Survivor side, you also did see Prisoner as well. So I think they want to somehow look for the Cypher Rush. But if they really want the Cypher Rush, a bit hard to say how well they can actually do it. That's all what I can say. It's a bit hard to say how well they can actually perform that rescue too. But I do think the most important part is that we move on towards the game here first. Okay, let's see here. It's going to be Furry Mad Eyes, as we do have a console here right nearby us. But let's not forget as well at the same time, Mad Eyes is not good when it comes to chip counter. Well, when it comes to chipping early game as well. We're doing really nicely here when it comes to switching around. We do see survivors nearby. I do get a little bit confuzzled. That's also funny at the same time. We're not really getting rid of our items here. Just said, do we get a chip there? We didn't get a chip on towards Prison. A little bit unfortunate. Looking for the Mercenary here. No chip on Mercenary. And then we're locking Cypher Machines here as well. As it does seem like one of the survivors did want to avoid his items. Well, not his items. The consoles being consumed. But now the real question here is, how much time can we actually get here? It does seem like it'll be Mercenary here first chase. He is the one here in Runes, but I don't think Runes is the best place for you to be. And 150 stacks, not good. Why? That's too late. That's too late of a response. And I mean, you shouldn't really try run past that. Yeah, that is kind of looking for death. That you're playing, yeah, from Survivor side, you're playing for death. You're playing around death here. No matter what you say, you're really playing around death there, and then Mercenary goes down. Before we move on, it's just one thing to say about Merc really is, like, we see in this point as well, right? In this point, the moment he sees, I don't think he should have elbow padded no matter what, because this was too late anyways. And then the moment you are here, the most intuitive thing is to try go this direction. Right, you don't want to vault the window. What you want to do is run towards this direction, and then he will make, I'll change colors, and then he, as the Mad Eyes, will make a big wall here. Right, so here's another fence here being placed down. And then after that fence has been placed down, then afterwards what you want to do is you want to run back towards this window and then force a lock. So as I change the colors again, you want to force another lock here, either this or this direction. Right, so then you have all this big room here to play around with for a little while longer. To be exact with you, this should be the right way to do. But maybe Mercenary here actually panicked, because there is no way you could have fit through that at all. at all. Yeah, there was no way you could have fit through that. So in this scenario, it really was just playing with that, as we will just increase it back to where we originally were. From a Cypher Machine wise, what did I do? I was on green. Cypher Machine wise, it does seem like it's definitely speaking here not enough, right? Because like you see here, double 40% Cypher Machine and 110% Cypher. That's the issue at hand, as we gotta pause somehow. Okay, if we gotta pause here, I might just have to speed this up by quite a bit, and we are back to normal. Now we'll just speed things up here by a little bit as well. So it's gonna be Mad Eyes here with the chair cam. Chair cam, it's not possible here to rescue anymore. The moment Cordy didn't immediately decide to run into rescue, it was basically Jover. Because now for Mad Eyes, he's so much items here to use is absolutely insane. We see the Cypher Machine there currently being pushed by Prisoner. There should be someone coming in. Nope, there's no one coming in at all. As we see here as well, right? 2 consoles nearby. The moment you don't come into instant rescue this mercenary, you are cooked. A mercenary apparently used 2 elbow pads? Because for some odd reason, we've only 1 elbow pad here remaining. So that's not good. I remember us only using 1. Or I only saw him using 1. But now it's kind of like, okay, so many walls here currently being made. Mad Eyes can just stand in between this area, in between the pallet. Maybe use your body to body block to prevent Cordy from coming in. It seems like Cordy will get the vault over. That's fine, but her flywheel didn't come true. Her flywheel did not come true. Either we didn't time that properly, or something odd happened there. I don't think we timed that properly as a patroller here comes out. It's really, really, really bad now. Because all what Yuko really has to do is block her. Yeah, block her routes. Okay, the chip damages. Okay, she's down anyways. Never mind. That's fair. Fair play. And then Prisoner cannot decode here anymore. Prisoner cannot decode here anymore. Honestly, from the side of Mad Eyes, they've done really well. I'll be honest, they have done really well. But from Survivor side as well, it was just Mercenary. The route, the running, the way we transitioned was a little bit bad. And then from Cordy's side as well, we should have rotated instantly the moment Merc got down. In that scenario, you cannot keep decoding. Especially with Mad Eyes there playing around with consoles for a little bit of time too. Like Cordy definitely had enough time to at least make it halfway towards the chair to force an early harass or something. But what do we see here? We see, ooh, Lanternist getting the hit there. That's fine. Cordy being able to get out here. But once again, we can just lock this area for ourselves. Nice gun just to get out. And Lantern is probably going to have to use the item on herself just to get out. You can vault over. Did they vault over? Was there a vault over? Ah, yeah, there was no vault over because what? Because it was on the other side. Yeah, that's on the outside. That cage is on the outside, lol. So we basically made a brilliant cage here, and we finally have what? We finally have basement. Sorry, not basement. Dungeon opened here too. But it seems like we might just be going for the slug game, as Lantern is his first time on chairs. We're going to go look around looking for prisoners. So this only means one thing, ladies and gentlemen. Before we go into a 10-minute slug game, it's to speed things up. We'll look from this side, right? It's just chip damages. Let's see how well it is. You call. First one. Nice. Prisoner didn't react in time. And there we go. And there we go. It is cooked. It is now cooked. We are now really cooked, as we're trying to still look at where Prisoner is. But Prisoner, I think you're GG's. I think it's GG's from this point out. Oh no, Prisoner actually got out. Ooh. He force vaulted. He force vaulted out. Okay, can we get a chip here though? Is the next question. Prisoner coming on his way in. Prisoner trying to get electrocute, but it seems like with the 2 pallets here nearby, nope, not going towards you, not going towards Cordy, excuse me. As now, it's just a long mind game, but we will not bite. Oh, and the bite comes through. Yep, there we go, the bite comes through. So now we wait. So the first thing here is to lock who? I feel like the first thing here is to lock Coordinator, I'll be honest with you. Can we get a chip? We didn't get a chip, unfortunate. Can we get a chip? Oh, we got a chip. Nice down. Okay, now we can just look for Cordy more or less. But this is a win game from the side of Yuko, so we won't really watch it towards the end anymore. We'll move on towards game 3, ladies and gents. We will move on towards game 3. So for game 3, it is actually our gamekeeper here being played. Right, so who it is? It's currently gamekeeper here up against a lucky guy, Ford, first officer, and you. and Magician. It does seem like the Survivor actually has done really well here, though, because we thought Lucky Guy would spawn at first stop. Oh, it kind of dissipated pretty fast, but we thought Lucky Guy would spawn at first stop. But he didn't spawn at first stop. He actually spawned near close fourth stop there. Where, in a nutshell, GK will have an easier time to chase. But we didn't really want to risk it. So I do think from the Survivor side, it's nicely done on that side note. But as we now move on towards the game, let's see who will be our first chase potential. We're actually going to go for Ford, surprisingly. Going after Ford has its pros and cons. Not locking. We need to lock. Okay, there we go. Yep, there we go. That's what we're looking for. Ford, can we get it? Didn't get anything there. Okay, that's fine. And that's a miss. There you go. That's the issue. For Ford, you have to do one hook towards him first to apply more pressure on towards his side. Because being so far out just gives him so much leeway to kind of dodge these ones out. But now for Ford actually done really well here because his mate, never mind, we cannot pull ball here. Ford's done really well to cut towards the corner. That one thing I will say has been very nicely done because that's what Ford needs to do. But it's just that he didn't realize with the red light trick that he actually ran towards the hunter, which is unfortunate. But right now his best job is honestly just to run upstairs and then get towards that window without getting hooked. Good, no blink. We do still have flywheel. So what we can do here is even if we get nice dodge. Even if we get hooked, we flywheel and then we ball pull instantly. You don't have to worry at all here. So now in this case, right, you just wait here. You just wait there. Ball pulling is a no-no in my opinion. I don't think there was a need. I don't really know why why did we flywheel? Hold on a second, sorry, I need to rewatch this. When did we flywheel? When did we flywheel? Oh, we flywheel towards the window. Oh, we actually didn't have flywheel, sorry, I forgot we didn't have flywheel. But with Ford now being on the chair. First officer here, first rescue. It's a bit early, which is fine. It's FO at the end of the day. But what is a little bit tacky here now is we do have one more activation left on the pocket watch. Nice activation here. We have to touch the chair once. Can we? Wow, terror shock. Oh my god, that actually registers. Oh my god, that's an actual terror shock. That is scary. Ay. That is no. Because now in this case, scenario 4 is dead. He's actually dead. It's not even sadist, but one hook will be able to define this game. One hook will actually, you can't rescue that one anymore. That one's gone for good. That one's actually gone for good. We're not max presence here just yet. We did manage to get the hook here, though. I think we'll just hit. I think we can just hit. Realistically speaking, you can just hit here. Because Magician, if he wants to, just use his wand and then get towards the chair. We shouldn't really loop. We should stay near the chair and focus on rescuing. Okay, never mind. We're not gonna play around for that long. That's fair too. Just hit Magician. Okay, that's fine. Hook. Magician 1. Beautiful. By itself, that's beautiful. We're able to get upstairs here. Oh, we got slow debuffed, I think. Why did we move that slow? Oh, I think that might be suffocation slow debuff, actually. I think that is suffocation slow debuff. A bit unfortunate. But we will go back on towards the chair. Lucky Guy, thankfully, he does have a doll. So Lucky Guy is going to be able to at least decode the cipher machine, and that's a 67% by himself. But here comes another issue. How the fuck are we meant to get in? I don't think we can. Nice hook. Nice hit as well. We have no flywheel on our hands to use. And oh, this is bad. If we want to, we can warp here. I think teleport wouldn't be bad, but we could warp here. We don't have a gun as well, which makes it worse. It's not an after half rescue. I don't know how we actually made it. We gotta hit that on towards Lucky Guy. Are we starting our cipher at least? We're not. Lucky Guy focused more on decoding, which is fair, but now it's kind of like, okay, I'll be honest with you, just decode that 33% cipher machine. Doesn't matter here anymore. We're aiming for the one-man escape here. Okay, we're aiming for the one-man escape here. But you can't heal when Lucky Guy's on chair, because that doll cannot be controlled. It's only mechanic that can do that. So more or less it's a bad case scenario here. I feel like maybe early game 4 should have consumed a bit more ball to get towards the window instead of using that flywheel, because I don't think that flywheel was a necessity of a use, especially looking back now. But Magician. Just trying to play around here. It's a bit hard for Magician to play around. That's going to be a terror shot. Yeah, that's a guaranteed terror shot kit. I don't think we should chair here if you want a 4-man. That's the thing. I don't think he will chair here. Unless he actually chairs, then fair enough. But we'll just see. If he chairs, fair. If he doesn't chair, okay, he chairs. Okay, we're going to move on then. We're going to move on then towards the end. Should be able to go through, and there is dungeon right on this side. Can we get out? We can crawl. We got out. That's a no. 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 Well played. Well played. Well played. Good one, man. Good one, man. Actually, we'll move on towards our fourth game here. Then fourth game will be Yuko playing up against the FTM team. I'm just looking at Tracy's name. I'll be fully honest with you, but it's almost about the same team comp once again. It does seem like these survivors have their own unique team comps that they really, really, really like to run with too. But I feel like even up against Mad Eyes, it's gonna be pretty obvious. Probably Novelist, probably Thief are the ones you want to play into. But this is gonna be an A skin from the side of our Mad Eyes. I'm gonna change my pen color here to blue. So we're gonna do a little bit more of a map control here. We're actually locking routes as much as we can. And that's, genuinely speaking, not bad from the side of this Mad Eyes too. But let's see here, okay, why there's a Composer and Prisoner, Lancers and Cheerleader on this map. We are now confined into one area, which is bad. Yeah, aye, that is a no-no. That is a huge no-no. That is a, no hit, that's fine, but that's still a huge, Yuko, nicely done. Nicely done. We should have probably tried to rotate a little bit more, I feel, from Survivor side. That was not good. That was, generally speaking, not good from their side note too. Because, like, you have to understand here, no matter what happens, you need to try at least rotating. Getting rid of console doesn't really do much for you, especially when the hunter is already near you, right? But rotation comes key, especially with being more of an open area. Cheerleader using double palm on here. The chair is nearby, but you're now faced with a slow-moving cheerleader. So you are cooked. In a nutshell, you are cooked. I think for Mada is here, we're just gonna try conserve some energy and then keep locking it away. And yeah. That's what we say. That's why we say you need to rescue early. But now it's kind of like, okay, it's after half rescue. There's not much more you can do in a scenario like this, and it's just going to be a continuous lock. From Survivor side, it's hard to understand what a good Mad Eyes will do. That's the thing. That's the thing. In my opinion, you really should just come in early no matter what. You cannot wait. Waiting is literally waiting for the impending doom. That's kind of how it works. But also at the same time, you're up against an S-Batch Mad Eyes. You need to play counters to it. Cypher Rush isn't bad. Listen, I never say Cypher Rush is bad, but you gotta do it properly at least. And that's a nice flywheel. That's good. But then we can't really leave anywhere anymore since we're actually stuck in this area. But yup, there's that. We actually cannot go anywhere there because it's been fully locked. We're not getting rid of the console energy as well, which is unfortunate. And it seems like Ulfra has been locking this area too. Oh no. Oh no, we're gonna try to run away from this area. Okay, but like hunts. This guy has hunts for a reason. We're gonna lock here one more time. That's fine. We're gonna lock here once again. And you're just confining that little area of his. But then, you see, the thing is, Composer now will... unfortunate flywheel. Composer now will run towards this area where we have so much energy, especially at Corner House 2. 300%, well, not 300%, 300 stacks of energy is crazy. Trying to get towards the window. We do have hunts right now. That's a normal hit down. Yeah, it's a Mad Eyes with hunts. There's not much you can really do in a scenario like this. There really isn't much you can do in a scenario like this. Because, like, if you want to kind of Mad Eyes here, you have two options, right? Option number one is to select your spawn point where Mad Eyes immediately spawns at the console. So that means double 11 near Graveyard. Not Graveyard, near the main gate. Or Graveyard Gate. I think that's the back gate, right? Or I don't know which one's which anymore. You need to spawn at where you need to spawn by the entrance to Graveyard. And preferably speaking, don't stay anywhere near, like, very tight confinement areas. And rotate as much as you can, quite literally. quite literally as well. But now we're kind of in a scenario where we can't decode anymore. It really is just Survivor getting used to play. I do wish to say most Mad Eye's mains has at least like 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 games in their arsenal. So I don't think that he's easy to play. Just as a heads up, don't think he's easy to play. I know they make it look easy. He's not easy. Just as a heads up to all beginners out there as well. But I think for Mad Eye games we can just skip on forward, because like we see the elimination there. We're gonna chip the Lanternist down, and it's just a 4-man elimination, more or less. So there is that too. We then move on towards the next game, which is almost this. Well, it is the same map here, but I think we'll just change colors for the sake of it. It's going to be, instead of Goatman this no, it's not Goatman, sorry, it was Paper Wings who played Goatman. It's gonna be the same hunter, the same gamekeeper, excuse me. They both start with G. My brain kind of just fuzzed out there a little bit. It's gonna be the same gamekeeper here one more time. And I personally think Survivors have a knack to win. Acrobat counters, First Officer counters, Lanternist counters, Novelist counters. It's a full counter team, which is very nicely done from the Survivor side. What I do see here though is we need to recast the hook. There we go. That's the hook recasted instantly. We're looking for a First Officer here. Pocket Watcher instantly. Ah, la 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 la. Maybe not run towards the hunter will be your best chase. Maybe not run towards the hunter when you have a 10% movement speed boost will be nice. But oof, that is a huge memento. As now, First Officer, he is outside of he should have reused. I don't know why he didn't pop his pocket watch. He should have popped it. It's still 10% movement speed boost for a reason, right? Okay, nice dodge. No, I think First Officer really wasted his pocket watcher. He had at least another activation. I think he could have used it, but he didn't. But now Blink is almost about. You don't have to use your pocket watcher. Yeah, there's no need to use your pocket watcher. Just save it. Save it for after rescue. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. I think best case scenario here, honestly speaking, is for a non-tie turner survivor to come into rescue and can instantly rebound kite afterwards. A Lanternist. I heavily recommend that Lanternist coming in, but it seems like it'll be Acrobat here instead, which isn't bad. Right, it's not bad. Acrobat, wait a second. The thing is, he still has one pocket watch. That's the only thing I'm a bit meh about. I feel like, you know what, it's fine. It was a no damage rescue. Novelist can rescue again. Just switch. Now, all what Novelist has to do here is rescue. Novelist has to rescue. No one else can rescue in this scenario, because what can Novelist do? Novelist switcheroos. Right after Novelist switcheroos, if there's a wall in between, then this simply just means that you can instantly rescue, and First Officer pops open the back pocket watch. No questions asked. So I think from the side of Novelist here, look, we have 2.5 Cypher Machine done. That's nice. We have an extra 30% Cypher Machine here that is slowly going up too. I feel like Acrobat here is going to backdoor rescue. We do see Acrobat, but there's no support from Novelist. We need some support from Novelist. I personally do think some support from Novelist is nice. As now we wait. Oh, we should at least touch the chair. Okay, nice. Body block. Can we pop open that pocket watch now, please? There we go. There we go. Okay, now everyone leave. Novelist needs to heal Acro. Nice dodge. That's dodge number 1. Dodge number 2. Pocket watch. Okay, that's the second pocket watch activation. We've one more. That's fine. That's fine. Just run into an open area. I don't think you need to stay around this area for that long. Okay, pop number 3. No hit. Good. We're now still waiting. Just run out. Just run around a little bit. 3, 2, 1. Hide behind, hide behind, hide behind. Okay, this is fine. 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 This is okay. It's a nice rebound kite. You can see with that now, right? 4 Cypher Machines here done. I'm not too sure what Acrobat is doing here, to be honest with you. I think that's a no-no. I think we should have looked for a heal. Because, like, if you can at least get healed, it'll be nice. In a sense that if you do manage to dodge his hooks, then that's good. But we're now in a scenario where it's like you can't Lanternists can't use their items. It's too close. That's the thing with Survivor sometimes. It's that you do need to use your items a bit early up against certain hunters, and Gamekeeper is definitely one of them. Especially after when you realize after the first hook, oh no, he's coming. You need to use those items. You do need to use those items. And we're not 2 survivors on 1 Cypher Machine, and then we're not healing at all. Once again, not healing is no. I preferably speaking, you should heal there. It's going to be Novelist here rescuing. as we do see Lantern is decoding here once again, but listen here, right? Acrobat needs to heal Lanternus back to full health. Lanternus needs full health here, and from Novelist side, you do not have to use that page that early. To be honest with you, Novelist can look back while running, and then the moment the hook comes out, you can instantly use the page to cancel it. I feel like Novelist used it there a little bit too early. And the hook also does come through as well, which does hurt quite a lot for other Navi Chang. Lanternus is healed fully, that's nice. That is really nice, but now here comes the next question. We have teleport. So this just means a single teleport is going to bankrupt the survivors really hard. Right now, Gamekeeper, you need to lock that Cypher Machine before you teleport. Lock the Cypher Machine before teleport! Oh, we didn't lock the Cypher Machine! Why? We're now going to look from both sides, both parties. A little bit unfortunate. That's going to be hit straight towards the Lanterns right now. We did already use our, wait. We used our illusion? For what? Hold on, yeah, I feel like we should have locked that Cypher with our traps at least. Like, chuck the 3 traps down and then teleport. It wouldn't really do you any harm. There's a basement that you can go into. I think basement is a better choice. We decide not to basement here, as we see which Cypher Machine is shaking, but it doesn't matter. Everyone's one chip down anyway, so it's fine. We're going to change targets here. Trying to look for Novelist. Cypher Machine has stopped decoding. We know where Novelist is. We do know where Novelist is. But you basically are not allowed Novelist here to decode for free because you didn't drop down any traps. And then once again, Novelist can cancel your hooks. Novelist cancel? Nice, there you go. See, this is what he should have done initially. That is definitely what he should have done initially. That's good. That's well done. That is 100% well done here. The only issue is Novelist doesn't have borrowed time. So the other 2 survivors here have to rush the Cypher Machine ASAP. Meaning, Novelist still trying to buy for a little bit more time for himself, but he's just going to get chucked to the corner. But Gamekeeper, we could have normally hit it there, my friend. Oh, we switched the rule again. We're switching too early. Genuinely speaking, we're switching too early. You have the upper hand, unless you're yellow pin, fair enough. But you have the upper hand. As now, were we healing or were we? Oh, the Cypher Machine's done. Oh, okay. So that means we're coming in. Yeah, we are coming in. Oh, hold on. Oh, we got hit. I feel like we should have cancelled it, maybe? Well, it's still one-man escapable, by the way. It's still a possibility to one-man escape. That there is still a possibility to one-man escape as a heads up. So you know, oof, that is a huge oof moment. I don't know what else to say. We do have dungeon nearby, so I think Acrobat can actually get dungeon, as Gamekeeper here is trying to look around. The one nice thing here about Acrobat is if he can drop that pallet down near the dungeon area, then he actually guarantees dungeon. So see that pallet right in front of us. This pallet here needs to be dropped down. I just highlighted it. I don't want to pause. Oh wait, never mind. He's cooked. Wait, no, actually, if he drops that pallet down, if he drops that pallet down, vaults the pallet as he gets hit, he has crawl speed because of borrowed time. He can bypass those traps and get below. But the main important part here is he needs to drop the pallet down and he can't get hooked. That's the cooked part, my friends. So now it's a long game. Hold on, GG's. Yeah, a bit hard to do, but well played. Nice 4K. You know what? Let's actually have a look here ourselves. Oh, wait, did I even start recording? I did. Okay, let's have a look here then. This will be, I don't know what game we're currently on, but we are able to see what a lizard finally coming out. Lizard is a flex pick. Well, it is a really huge flex pick. So lizard, we know, works very well in 2 store areas. You can jump up here, you can jump from here, and I think there's like small jumping area here as well right underneath you too. So survivors don't really have that much of a good kind of, you know, leeway up against a lizard. But once again, everyone is different, as we now will move to 221B. I'm just joking, but let's see here then. It's going to be our lizard, evil reptilian. Let's see who first chase will be. It's going to be Wandering Mercenary, Magician, and Lucky Guy. So I feel like from the side of survivors, we do know that Lucky Guy is going to be first chase. It's not a Peepers, surprisingly, though I do feel Peepers may be a tiny bit better. But as we see the drop down on our Lucky Guy, do we have knee-jerk reflex? Yes, we do. We should be able to vault over that window, but running upstairs, okay. Trying to pull a bit more I think you can just perfume here. Just perfume and drop down here, yeah. We are able to jump back up though. That's a nice thing about this, but it's still some energy here consumed as we got back down. But we didn't, yeah, and the pause comes through without me saying anything. I think everyone understands what happened there. I don't think we should have dropped down, personally speaking, as we now move on back towards the game. Slow vault, they will be given a terror shock. No terror shock, but it's still a normal hit down. Our Cypher Machine definitely isn't enough, especially with 2 rescuers here on the team. If you want to make this work right now, we're not sharing into basement, which is good. So now from Survivor side, they've 2 options. Option number 1 is to sell. But for a mercenary, we're running around without hiding, so that's already really bad. This one is already being spotted out. And then the second option here is wanting a mercenary both rescue, as Mercy will rescue first, and then Whining comes into harass. 50-second board time, by the way. I think it's worth it, more or less. We will take the hit there. Instant elbow pad in. We have to take it. Nice. Let's get the rescue here first. As Lucky Guy. Blink is ready, but if we can force Blink out, I think that'll be good as well. Flywheel will be consumed there. No pallet mind game. It's just going to be a very stable drop down hit there as usual. But of course, with that vault over there sometime, I'm going to be able to speed boost out as the blink is also forced out on time too. Okay, now then, Wilding Cypher Machine is at 70%. But Merc will have to retreat here no matter what. The question here is this a good... Oh no, Wilding's done. Okay, Wilding actually finished the Cypher Machine faster than I thought it would be. This one's done first, so that means this one's Magician's. If that's the case, we might have to sell. I don't think there's any other options here. I think selling would be the best case scenario, as we see from Lucky Guy side as well. We have max new, so 9% chair time additional. But Wilding has to walk in if he wants to harass. So in this case, I do think the best case scenario is just to leave. I do think the best case scenario is just leave. We're going to go after Wilding here right now. Nice crash down here just about on time. But Merc isn't going for the rescue. That's no good at all. It's 2 survivors here nearby. As the survivor will get eliminated here. A little bit unfortunate. But you have just consumed your very last elbow pad for this rescuing, which we're too undecisive on. And that crash down will mark the end of it. See, if we wanted to harass, you need to do that earlier. No matter what happened there, you need to do it very, very, very early. Right? You can't wait it until now. You have to do it during when Mercenary goes to the rescue, Wilding comes in and starts harassing by a bit more time. If Blink gets forced out, that's fine. That's fine. Right? It does not matter. But in our case scenario right now, Magician will just take the hit, unfortunately speaking, right here. As he will now not be able to make it towards the rescue here anymore, as 2 survive, well, 1 survivor injured. Ooh, 1 at 234 MS, that's pretty bad. Okay, that explains quite a lot of other stuff too. I forgot we had different pin, even though I'm the one playing at 100 MS. Wilding, nice hit, but more or less in this scenario, it's kind of just the containment early game definitely was enough. It was a good perfume by Lucky Guy, but not enough distance, sadly. Is what I can say. I feel like when we dropped down there, probably should have ran towards the windows instead. But from the side of Wilding, you don't have to hit Wilding here. I feel like if you hit Wilding as he gets towards the chair, just a free rescue. Wilding doesn't realize this just yet, but he could do that. But it's also you need to be under 100 MS to be able to pull that off. Anything above 100 MS, I just think the delay is a bit too much. But as we see here too, it's gonna be a sell. Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate, but it has to be a sell here. We should have either stalled early, or when we rescue, we should have been in double rescue, I think. But even if it wasn't a double rescue, Wilding should have came in earlier after Blink was forced out. That's a personal opinion, especially if you wanted to harass afterward. But that is 10 jumps. Nice crash down. With Wilding, movement debuff when you're off board, that is really good. And now we're going after Magician, in which is just a warp down instantly. So let's congratulate the actual formal elimination here from the side of Lizard then. And we'll just move on towards the next game, really. Because we will have to see this from the end. Magician on the ground. Wilding running towards the back. Could potentially, speaking here, bleed out. Well, not possible. Lizard is too good. We can actually see it from Lizard's point of view right now. So we actually get on board, but the hit first hit will register. The only unfortunate part is we weren't able to get out of range. We kind of ran into the circle instead of dodging back. And yeah, we can wait this one out. Realistically speaking, you can wait this one out, and you have warp, so You can just warp here. We can just do a normal warp. Oh, never mind. We can just walk. Walking is fine too. Jump number 1, jump number 2, crash down, didn't get anyone. Board time is still on 40 seconds. You do have a normal hit down. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, we'll go on straight towards the next game then. I'm not too sure. Okay, it's back to the Gamekeeper here with us. Let's have a look at the spawn selection. It's going to be Gamekeeper up against kind of the same Survivor team comp, except for the fact that we now 2 decoders, Composer, and Mechanic, and of course Entomologist, for just for the sake of it, and that Gravekeeper too. I feel like Gravekeeper isn't a bad pick, especially if you want to nullify one of those hooks, but the issue I have with I personally just feel like forward would be better. We do know that forward has been played before already, but I do think forward would be better using the right hands, even like first officer as well, first rescue. Well, maybe not first officer, but GK, I guess, can guarantee the rescue. Merc can guarantee the rescue. Puppeteer wouldn't be bad, honestly speaking. There's quite a lot that you can actually use in these scenarios, which is alright. We see 004. Composer here, first chase one more time. It's kind of the same as before with the spawn selections. So, nice chop down. We could hook down here. We could actually hook down here, but Composer, a little bit scary for us. But I think it'll be the first hook in just to catch up, and now the next hook is going to focus more on the side of dodging. Nice hook. And of course the first hit here will come out. If you wanted to tune there, I feel like you should tune early. That's too bit of a late of a tune in my opinion. And commitment wise, I think we could have come into that pallet because this would just be normal hit down. Yeah, it's a nice prediction there from Bane as well with the normal hit. And it's just not enough. I feel like from the side of Composer, right, a few things probably is if we tuned, I think early tuning isn't bad. Like, especially when it comes to playing up against like characters that are already caught up towards you, like early tuning here is important. This one was a bit too late because our main goal here is to actually get either behind pallets or behind walls. And now we're at a scenario where it's like, okay, Entomologist was actually forced to get out of 2-story area. So she ran away to give Composer more room to contain. But I don't think she necessarily speaking had to. Because, you know, her Cypher Machine here definitely was not locked. And we see here, right, across the map here, it's Mech's doll actually at working carousel. The Cypher Machine is still pretty fast, though. We're actually going to go for the cell here, which isn't bad. Gravekeeper already in shovel form. I felt like you could hide a little bit longer in that scenario. I felt like you could have hid a little bit longer in that scenario, but this is also okay too. Gonna make our way in here first. Nice hit, nice rescue. Composer tuning, early tuning here is good as we make it up towards the stairs. You do have a flywheel to get towards the window if necessary here as well, by the way. But terror shock it down. Okay, by this point, I think we'll just stay. I don't think we should have vaulted down there, I'll be fully honest with you. But vaulting down isn't bad. It's just that no matter what happens here, you're going to be charred even faster. I guess at least you're away from Gravekeeper, but this is a 2-second char and then instant teleport. And we do kind of see the issue now, right? So Gravekeeper immediately getting healed by our boss. Mech is actually not doing that bad, as our Ento is going to be able to finish that Cypher Machine. We can start a new one here. The Cypher Machines are quite spread out across the map. Mech's doll has already decoded one Cypher Machine here too, as we got the heal there instantly. Okay. But then from the side of Mech's doll, we would like to hide it because the moment it gets hits here, it's basically fully consumed. That's only less than 40% of the doll remaining Mech trying to force open the Cypher Machine. We actually force it open, which is great. However, the big issue now is the flywheel actually does come true, but no, nothing there just yet. That's a nice hook. Another slow debuff here being applied, and what a pallet stun. What a pallet stun. That's actually really good, as we actually fully resetted that hook duration here too. And now Mech by herself one more time. Good vault over. We probably did bring defense mechanism, to be honest with you. So this is a full kite Mech. If Mech can kite long, that's good, right? But the thing is, if Mech gets terror shock hit here, it'll be over. It will be over. Like, no joke. It's honestly pretty bad. Couldn't really get the hook over as the wall there did block us. But definitely no hook over from this scenario, as we were able to take the hit going straight towards the double window one pallet area. Cypher Machine there will be popped open on time, as we do see Entomologist last Cypher. Oh no, Entomologist actually popped open her Cypher. Oh, never mind, Ento popped open her Cypher. Oh, Ento left when Composer got down. I thought Ento rotated. Never mind, that's misinformation from my side here once again. But Mech can get healed. That's a hook over, but it's fine. I don't think this is a major issue. You're 13 seconds left until you gain your next kind of advantage point. There is blink, however, though. Not dropping the pallet is a bit interesting. I felt like dropping pallet would have been better there, no matter what. Finally into a shovel mode. Do we want to maybe dash here? Ooh, we missed. Nice. But the hook here comes out. And now you're stuck. You're stuck with that window. We're gonna blink over. Ooh, we didn't have to. Really? That's pretty bad then if that's the case. We're missing a full cipher machine. So right now, this 58% cipher machine is actually over there behind Big Tent. But then with basement in this area, Mech can't rescue, so Mech has to decode, right? We all agree Mech has to decode. But I do think from the side of Entomologist, if she can get it before half rescue and successfully get out, that'd be brilliant. But then you wouldn't really want to risk it that much, so we might as well just perform our normal rescue. As Mech has accelerated decoding, probably does also have, brewing effect too for that additional 12% decoding speed for the next 10 seconds. So it's overall not too bad here as the cipher machine is already at 54%. Now for Ento, when she comes in, these bees have to be used. No matter what happens there, bees have to be used. And then, right, so what you do here is you put the bees at the entrance. And then you get ready to flywheel the moment he drops down. That's what we're looking for here. But I mean the flywheel down early is fine because we kind of misstepped there. Drop down hit, no hit there. Just say, okay, we can buy a little bit more time here for ourselves. Cipher machine not done here just yet. We got the hook number 1. Hook shock number 1 actually comes true. Cipher machine here. Hey, terror shock! Oh no! Oh no! What a terror shock! That is bad. That is really bad. And the teleport to secure the 4K. We'll just teleport after that. GG, well played. Teleport comes through. Hold on a second. We do have a roller coaster here nearby. But can the roller coaster really do much for you when there's a trap already upstairs here? Oh no, actually no roller coaster. Mech seems like she's actually ran towards that new containment area near Broken Carousel. So we won't get found here just yet. Mech trying to go for the slides. We do hear Mech controlling the bot though. We do hear Mech controlling the bot though. Hey, we don't hear Mech controlling the bot really. Well, this makes things a little bit awkward as we see Mech's bot here very close nearby. Very, very, very close nearby. We don't see the Mech spot as well. We'll be able to at least get a one-man escape here because Mech can just vault down and flywheel in. Mech can vault down and flywheel in. But the bot here has to contain for a really long time. A really long time. And the hook shot comes through. But it doesn't matter. Because we've been eliminated and the dungeon's right downstairs. So, I mean, congratulations then to the one-man escape from the side of Mech. And I think we should be able to move on towards the final matchup here for Mad Eyes. We're just missing that one now. Oh, no, we're not. Are we? Are we? I'm not too sure here anymore. But let's see here. Oh no, this is the same Lizard. So let's see. Lizard up against Prospector, Puppeteer, Merc, and Psychologist. Okay. So this will be our second last game as we see here. Mad Eyes from... Okay, Mad Eyes is interesting. Mad Eyes is very, very, very interesting there. But we do see Mercenary here at Northbridge alongside with 4-stop given towards our Puppeteer. Then of course you're going to be able to see Psychologist at 2-story and Prospector in 1st-stop. So it's going to be Paper Wings here playing Mad Eyes this time. A lot of Mad Eyes mains in general. But let's see how well this will go. Okay, we see our first console right in front of us. So the first console is now right behind us, which is good news. So with this console used, right, the question now begins with, we're going to lock the area first. Okay, that's no problem, but you can't forget, they can't immediately react to it. So you see already, right, Puppeteer, outside of the confinement spot. Very nicely done from his side too. Rotation-wise, I think we should try go back here. We've windows here to play around with too. We do have Lil Lewis here, so it's not too bad to give the first hit because we are a little bit out of position here, sadly. As we will be able to get one more cage up. But personally speaking, you can just rotate out, yeah, towards these two pallets. We hesitated a little bit. You should not... that's not good. That's not good. I don't think we should have hesitated there. We hesitated there for some reason when we can just run straight towards the two pallets without issues. Right? So right now on our hands, Hullabaloo here. Not a lot here really to work with. Right? Not a lot here really to work with. Bosh. What we can say here is a blink down here is more than about enough. Yeah, you know, hit past. Okay, hold on. We're gonna blink here. Beautiful. Beautiful. And a Cypher Machine definitely is enough. Because we spent a majority of the time early game destroying the consoles. Like, you see the issue here is, it's usually up against hunters, you can't hesitate how you run. You can't just run up, run back, run left, run right. You cannot zigzag this. You cannot zigzag it. 2 Cypher Machines here at 40%. It's decent as we see Mercenary coming into rescue, but the nice thing about this is, right, we have recently learned that if you spawn these gates near the bridge, they do get kind of eliminated faster. But right now 300 stacks does make things a little bit more awkward here from our side note too. Mercenary, not a lot here you can actually play with. We can probably double, triple stack walls here, preferably speaking double stack walls, but it's going to be after half rescue, so Merc has to leave. You can't play around here anymore if it's after half rescue. Mada, you should force a rescue here. I feel like Mada, you should force a rescue here. You have a lot of items to play around with. So we run towards the other side. Okay, fair enough. We will be able to get the rescue here for free. For free, but it is tight, Turner, so we'll have to go down. At least the rescue came true. At least this time the rescue came true. 2 Cypher Machines here fully done. Everyone's still maintaining full health, which is good. But now it's all about getting rid of those consoles. As funny, Psychologist here will be able to finish off that Cypher Machine. We do see Psycho and Prospector here in the same area, so Prospector wanting to harass. There's a possibility, because we did get rid of consoles here thanks to Psycho. But then you're also now faced up against Mad-Eyes with max presence. I do think those can stack up pretty fast, the console energies. But right now, Prospector, a magnet, well, 3 magnets to be exact, but a dream indeed, as we did manage to get the stun there. So the walkout here will be great. It will be just instant down, sadly. Didn't really throw the magnet out there fast enough on time. Now here bears the bad news. We can go for the full chip game. We can actually go for the full chip game if there's enough consoles, but there doesn't seem like there is. Chip damage, not on towards Prospector there, thankfully. Very nice reaction speed. As we see Psychologist at bridge there, locking, well, not locking, but consuming the full stacks there as well. As now, we don't really see much going on, right? But it is pretty decent from the side of the survivors in how they're playing this one out. Psycho will take a chip damage there, unfortunately speaking. Very nice ambush from our Mad-Eyes. But hence, the next question now is, who is decoding? No one. As we should be able to get a beautiful lock here. Ooh, couldn't get the lock on time, sadly. We're able to at least give away some free roam. Oh no. Oh no. Prospector being able to find the diamond in the rough. Psycho, will we get chipped? We didn't. Still only 1 chip in. This Prospector here has done a very good job. 3 magnets now ready on our hands to use. We have another stone here that we can use here too. But the blink missed, thankfully. Thank God. If that blink registered, it would have been instant down. And there's no way of winning now. But now it's still done. It's still a bit more different. Magnet is ready. That's fine. Magnet is indeed ready. We could just throw Magnet out here and then stun him, to be honest with you. But I think now it might be, yeah, the push out has been cancelled. And Hunt is ready, so it's a bit cooked. Oh no, it's fine. Okay, fair enough. I thought Manage would at least charge the Huck hit there, but he didn't. Nice lock. As we aren't really able to get out of this area. And good night. And good night indeed. But you see how much the Cypher Machine here has done too, right? We're just missing 1 full Cypher, unfortunately. We definitely got at least like 3.5 Cypher Machines on there. So that's around 350% decoding progress. That's actually pretty decent from our side note too. But it really is just, hey, in this scenario, I don't think it's enough, unfortunately speaking. I do think it's not really enough in the long run. As we see here too, Prospector, sorry, Mercenary, no, not Merc, you know what? I think from their side, maybe it's best to use the Survivor's title instead of the actual player name. It just keeps getting me confused, lol. We can stun here. We can actually stun there and get out. Yup, there we go. Straight towards either second story or second stop. There's a potential that we can actually land this. Can we? Yup, we did. Oh, no, we're cooked. Yeah, we're cooked in the long run. Bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. And we don't have enough ciphers now. From Survivor side, it's just early game puppeteer. A bit unfortunate, gave a free hit away because we hesitated there too much. I think we just thought too much in that scenario. We did think a little bit too much. But we can kind of skip over this one a little bit because now it'll just be bridge once again. And you see here, right, instant rescue is the way to go. Prospector still has a chance to rebound kite. 20 seconds on the blink here is ready. We have 2 or 3 pilots here to actually play around with as well. But flywheel. This flywheel has to register. This flywheel actually has to register. We don't have enough chips. We don't have enough chips as we move on straight towards this area. I'm not too sure now because it's a bit scary in my opinion. We have Hunt ready. We can stun here. We just could have walked behind that wall and stunned, I feel. We didn't really have to play that one that too greedily. But at least Blink is forced out. You know what? At least Blink is forced out. I just feel like from Survivor side, they really want to maximize what they have. But with Prospector, they're eliminated. This is basically the conclusion of a 4-man elimination game, or at least a 3-man. But we won't really watch this to the end. We'll just see the end result. Cycle going down. New Cypher Machine hasn't been decoded, and it's a sluggable game. So we'll move on now towards the very last game. This is Yuko, if I'm not wrong, with the Mad Eyes. So okay, no, never mind. This is Yuko on Joseph. First time seeing a Joseph in a 2-story era map like this. Oh no, never mind. We changed back towards Mad Eyes. Not Joseph anymore. A little bit sad. But that's gonna be Mad Eyes here spawning by the Western Shopping Center. Middle given towards First Officer. Lantern Gauge for the Wildling. Orpheus just being Orpheus in Umbrella Gauge. And of course Gardner upstairs in 2-story. 2-story is a little bit difficult to play around, but preferably speaking, you don't want to run upstairs because you will get fully locked. The best case scenario here is to actually get towards that one window area, so then you can actually vault in and then go upstairs. So there's some type of leeway to play. But let's see what survivors will do, as this will be our final game for Z's week 1 tourney. Let's have a look here then. Okay, so first come first serve. It's gonna be Gardner here, not going upstairs, which is already really good. So this actually saves us quite a lot of energy and time, right? But it seems like from the side of Yuko, we're actually just going to lock the outside areas. Okay, it's not bad of an idea here to use. We're gonna lock 2-story here as well. Gardner now upstairs, locking both sides, but Gardner can just vault over it, so it does not concern a pretty little Gardner like her. There is 2 more areas here that you can get down in. That chip damage landing is absolutely insane. Gardner shouldn't have jumped down there, I fear. I feel like Gardner needs to jump down there. We have Orpheus here right now nearby. Hey, why did we double back? Hold on a second, we double back. Orpheus should have swapped there. Orpheus should have really swapped there. If Orpheus swapped there, it would have been no hit. If Orpheus swapped there, it would have been no hit. Right, and Gardner could have maybe at least make it out. But now it makes things very awkward as the blink is ready on time. Ooh la la. Gardner will be able to get a hit down. That's a strike down from the side of our Mad Eye. Cypher Machine sadly just isn't enough because we spent a lot of time early game getting rid of our items. And First Officer now nearby. Do you know what I say? If possible, once again, very similar to the Lizard game, these 2 characters actually has to do a lot. I lost my mouse there. Oopsies. These 2 characters actually have to do a lot. Oh wait, oops, wrong one. These 2 characters here have to do a lot. So First Officer should be able to make it towards the rescue right now. Gardner just stuck there. I feel like could have used bubble. We didn't time bubble there properly. That was not the right way to do it. That was not the right way to do bubble, unfortunately. You should try stacking a bubble right before you go down during that 1 second mark. I don't think this Gardner knew, because you could have just stood there in peace and then took the normal hit or something along the lines of that to buy a bit more time. We do have Wilding nearby though. There's a potential for harass from the side of Wilding, but Wilding isn't ready to harass here just yet. There's only 2 ways that we can come down from that area as Gardner now is still upstairs. Wilding isn't coming in to harass here. We did get on. Did we get on board? We got on board early on. What for? Wait a second. That's board cooldown, right? That I'm seeing. That is board cooldown. Okay, so board just got off cooldown somehow. I'm not too sure what happened here. I'm not too sure what happened there. But after a second, sure, Cypher Machine did progress by it a little bit, but not by that much, unfortunately. Still a bit of a tougher call here from our side. From Survivor side, selling would be the best case scenario, and getting rid of consoles outside would be the best thing too. But now we see 2 survivors here. We're going to be able to lock them up. We locked one up here, thankfully speaking. Novelist tried to get a little bit more, but decided to go back towards First Officer here instead. It is still Blink, by the way. Let's not forget. As we see here, Cypher Machine still just isn't enough in the long run. A tiny bit sad on that side note, but just is not enough. From both parties, it is, yeah, blink hit, early hit down. Nicely done there. Nicely done there. First officer, not much left that you can say in a scenario like that. Movement definitely could have been better, but I do think stress got on towards them. I do think stress kind of got on towards them. As we finally get the second chair down here as well. Let's just appreciate Yuko with the console controls. More or less for the final last game. We commentated like, I think 5 Mad Eyes games now, or is it 4? 4 to 5 Mad Eye games now. So, gonna bring here towards the churn, towards the stove. We're here now at the stove. Looking just for a tiny bit more as we're able to lock at least one of the Cypher Machine, or maybe even 2 of them. But no one is really willing to come in here just yet. So that only means one thing. We're going to speed this up by a little bit. So, Yuko, can we find anyone? Can we find anyone? Anyone here? Ooh, Femphius. Okay, that's fine. That's a double lock, but we just can't get out. We thought we can, and we're now locked. Nice space. Nice space. And now that's just a full lock. Just a nail in the coffin, unfortunately. Novelist will be stuck there for at least a good 15 odd seconds. 15 very awkward seconds. But, you know what? What has to be done, has to be done. We have 500 stacks here. Whiting's cooked. Whiting's actually cooked. I'm not too sure what you can do with 500 steps. Ooh, that's just Whiting say bye-bye. That is Whiting say bye-bye. That's first officer also down on the ground as well. Oh, I mean, this is a slow game. It's still 5 Cypher Machines, by the way. My God. My God. I mean, officer got up. Novelist got down. Officer will be chipped down regardless. But this will be the end of day 2 for Zeus' Demon King tourney. And I do know, I believe everyone knows what the title of this, or the thumbnail of this video will be. But thank you everyone for watching. I'll see y'all in week 2 for his tournament as well.